Okay, so you've checked out our website, you read over it, you watched some of our YouTube videos, you read our reviews, you filled out the new patient form, you've been accepted, and now you've got a new patient consult scheduled on the calendar. Now what happens? I'm Dr. Shark with Shark Holistic Health. I am an acupuncture physician who has practiced in California, Florida, and now Mexico. I am not an MD, so don't let anybody tell you that I am. Our telemedicine clinic, Shark Holistic Health, uses functional medicine, Chinese herbs, and nutrition to help patients with chronic illness recover their health naturally. I've been in private practice for over 20 years. Oh, that's not true. I've been in private practice for nearly 20 years. I've treated thousands of patients. I've taken thousands of hours of advanced education myself, and I now train other licensed practitioners, hundreds every year, to be better at what they do. I'm going to share a little with you what I share with them. So one of the key factors in being good at natural medicine is knowing how to properly screen patients and choose patients that are appropriate for what you have to offer. And so the new patient consultation is our first chance to meet face to face and talk over what's going on with your health and decide, both of us should be deciding if it makes sense for us to work together. And so this is a 30-minute appointment. It is on Zoom. If you don't have experience with Zoom, if you somehow made it through from 2020 till now without being on Zoom, it would be a good idea to download Zoom to whatever device you're going to Zoom in from, preferably a computer, but if you don't have a computer, a tablet or a phone will work. Zoom is free, and so you can download it to your device, no cost. They may make you register, but you can use a Gmail or something like that to register if you want to do it that way. You can use the link and come to the meetings without having Zoom on your device, but it just doesn't work as well, and there tend to be a lot of issues. So we highly recommend that you download the free Zoom app on whatever device you plan on using for your appointments. Before your appointment, you will have gotten a text. The text will tell you the time of your appointment, the day of your appointment, and it will have a couple of things on there. It'll have an ID and a password, and it will have a link. You can use either of these to access your new patient consultation. You can either click the join button inside the Zoom app and then put in the ID into the ID field, and then put in the password in the password field, and that will bring you into the waiting room of our appointment. You can even do this in advance as a practice run just to make sure you're comfortable. You don't have to wait until your appointment time. It'll allow you to log in and go to the waiting room, and then you can just click back out of there. If you don't want to do that, it's very simple, but some people prefer the link method. So also included in that text is going to be a link. The link you can just click on. The only caveat is if you click on the link, you have to be on the device you're planning to use for the Zoom appointment. So if you're not planning to use your phone where we're texting you, it's a better idea to just type in the ID and password into whatever device you do plan to use. After you have visited me once, that new patient consult will be with me, Dr. Shark. After you have visited me one time, then my room information where you meet me will be in your drop-down menu under the join button. So the next time we meet, you can click join, and in the ID field, you'll see a little arrow for the drop-down menu. Click that and you'll see Dr. Shark's meeting room right there under there. You just click that and it'll bring you into my meeting room directly. So it's a very simple process. Now, what are we going to do in this appointment? In the appointment, what I really want to know is, what is, from your perspective, what are the important things going on with your health right now? And how do you feel about them? Are you motivated to make the changes to fix them? That's what I'm looking for. I just want to know the story, your basic story, not your life story. Just a brief introduction to what's going on with your health. What are you struggling with? Why did you reach out for help? And what's your motivation level? Are you ready to rock? Or are you still thinking that, you'd like a magic pill? That's what I'm looking for at this phase. If the problems that you have are problems that we get good results with, you're comfortable working over telemedicine through Zoom, and you're motivated to make changes to your health, then I will most likely determine that you are a good candidate for what we do. That's really what I'm looking for, right? But it's hard to make those determinations based off of a piece of paper. It really makes more sense if we're looking each other in the face. We can have a real conversation like human beings, not just data on a sheet of paper about you, right? And so if those things are true, we're going to make a plan for what is the next step. Now, in my clinic, most of my patients have chronic illness. That means that most of my patients are going to need an in-depth intake. And that's the intake series. And that's what's going to come next for most people. But not for everybody. So I'm always looking to customize the approach for the person who's right in front of me. And so there may be some reason that we don't do that. There may be some reason we take a different approach. So whatever it is, I'm going to let you know in that appointment. Either, ooh, this doesn't look like a good fit for whatever reason, or this is the next step very clearly. I'll tell you exactly what it is, how much it's going to cost, when we can do it, etc. We're going to lay everything on the table for you. So I hope that demystifies the new patient consult for you, and that you're all ready. You don't need to bring anything but yourself to that consult. We're not going to go over labs. We're not going to give you treatment advice at that consult. That is a chance for you and I to meet and get connected and see if it makes sense for us to work together.